Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and today we are going to be, we're going to be playing with this baggie of thrifted napkin rings. I got these for $4 less 30% seniors discount. Gotta love it. So what's that? $4 for $8.20. So you know what? Like under $3. And I just thought, you know, coming into Christmas, it's kind of the ideal time to gussy up the table a little bit. I'm going to be doing this for Christmas, but certainly you can do this for any time of the year. You can do this for every day. You could do it for Easter. You could do it however you want. But the first thing that I need is to create a flat surface. I'm going to be gluing onto this. And if I don't, then I have a very tiny little surface area. So I need to sand this down. Now, the way that I do this is I have a circular sander, and I turn it this way. So when I turn it on, I'm not going to turn it on right now because it's very loud, but when I turn it on, that's going to be spinning. So rather than trying to do that, I turn it on, hold it stable, and I do this. Right? I can do it on the edge. It's much easier to be able to sand a small object if I use this like a tabletop sander and I just do the small thing, right? So loud. You can already see it's starting to flatten out. So I'm going to do that on a number of these so that I get a much bigger surface area. Now, I do want to pay attention. I don't want to blow through it and, you know, make it not be solid anymore, but I do have a little bit of this to go. And because it's going to be kicking up some dust, I'm going to go put a mask on just because I don't want to breathe this in. And then I'll come back when I've got these done. Okay. These, because they're plastic, and I selected these specifically because they were plastic, you're able to flatten that down very easily. Now, what I do have is I have the Nutcracker mold from Prima that I have poured overnight resin into. And for this project, I do recommend, and I just have nippers over here, just, you know, when there's little over pours because nobody's perfect. I was doing another project. I made enough to be able to pour these guys out, and that's usually how it goes. So I recommend for this, not air dry clay, not mixed to mold ceramic resin, but just the actual hardened overnight resin, or just even the quick cure resin if you rather, but one that goes hard, because we're going to be attaching these onto our napkin rings, and because you're going to be stuffing napkins in and out, you don't want this to be the fragile part, right? So the ceramic resin would be a little bit more prone to breaking for this, as would the air dried clay. So there's a good use for all of those, but you know, this is just a place where I would prefer the resin. And to attach these, and I'm going to do 3, and so that when it comes to finishing, I'm going to let them dry overnight. That I want that glue to be cured. I'm going to finish them, give them 3 different, very quick finishes, but 3 very different looks. So that if you're doing this, certainly you could use the same mold, but bear in mind, I mean, you could do this with any mold design for any season. So you may have molds of balloons or flowers or Santas or bunnies, or sky's the limit, right? So it's the same project, it's just different. I just happen to be doing it for Christmas. So I'm going to show you 3 different quick finishes that you could use for yours, depending upon what makes sense. So I am actually going to use a contact cement, and then in the middle, I'm going to be using my hot glue. And I am going to glue my little figurines on there. They should stay pretty flat. I don't care about my contact cement being kind of yellow and discoloring because we're going to be painting him up. So we're not going to see that. This stays pretty even, but I am going to take, you know, something to just kind of prop it so that it stays flat because it's going to want to turn. So actually, I think what I'll do is I'll take another one of these and I'll just use it like this. So I'm going to do this, leave it to dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll look at doing our finishes. My little nutcrackers are dry enough, mostly because of that hot glue, that I can start painting them. And this has got to take place in stages because I want that ring to be painted the same color. I want them all uniform. So it's going to be inside out, top, bottom. So I'm going to start by painting these guys out. And then when they're dry, I can then paint the ring and dry it this way so that I get a nice even finish. Now, because I told you that I'm going to show you 3 different finishes, I'm going to paint them 3 different colors. And for this, I'm using Fusion Coal Black for one. I'm going to use Fusion Casement, which is a white, for one. And I'm going to use DIY Liquid Patina in the Pennies from Heaven, a nice copper color. So we're going to do 3 different looks, all that are sort of in keeping with kind of a Christmas idea or the holidays. So there's no real fancy magic to this at all. And you can see for my Fusion, I definitely put plastic wrap between the lid and the jar just to make sure I can get that lid off again. But I'm just going to get these painted out. You know what? Because it's plastic, I'm going to say 2 coats for these. You can see like the resin doesn't, you know, it doesn't stick quite as well as with wood, but it definitely sticks and it will be sufficient. But I'm going to be doing 2 coats on each of these. And I definitely want to do the backs of everything. And I'm going to let them dry. And then we can come in to be able to finish them off tomorrow. So I should be able to get my 2 coats on today before I have to leave the shop. Now that everything's had overnight to dry, I want to show you a couple of different options for finishing. Obviously, you could stop here if you choose. You could use any of the finishes, you know, like the finish that I do on the white, you could use on the black, you could do it on the copper. So they're interchangeable. You can use whatever base color makes sense to you for whatever your kind of the holiday is or whatever. You could also choose to hand paint all of the details in any of the molds that you've chosen to use. I just want to show you options for doing something that's very quick, very easy, gives you a great look, but that's not going to take tons of your time. So first up on the black, I'm going to take some mica powders. And we're just going to play with the mica powder. I'm just dipping in and we're just going to kind of rub this onto our surface. So you can see that it's already starting to highlight in there on our soldier. And I have, let me just open. I have a number of different colors open. Just, oh, never open this one. There we go. Just, you know, to play with them. And I just thought maybe just mixing and matching so that we've got a number of different colors happening on here. But again, you're doing this for your holiday table or potentially for resale. But we're just gonna add some of this color on, get a little bit of the sheen happening, show you what it looks like, and you can kind of take it from there in terms of your own experimentation. So this is not going to be super bold, but it does add kind of an element of, a little bit element of metallic in there. So you can see the sheen and the shimmer of this. Now, what you can do is to combine some techniques, meaning you can get this mica powder on there, and then you could layer maybe a colored wax over top. And I'm kind of liking where this is going. And I'm just debating maybe a little bit of silver on them. And as you can tell, the more that you build this up, the more color you get on them. Okay, so let's seal these up before I dump them all over by mistake. That would be so me. And we'll kind of play with our white one. Now, because I just started seeing about that other guy. So this one, I'm just doing very simply, and I'm taking some gilding wax. I have Annie Sloan because it's open and these things last forever. Maybe you have a Rub and Buff product. Or I have, in the shop, I have Prima waxes in the tubes in a bunch of different colors. I'm just not opening them yet because I still have this open and it's been lasted me years and I use it a lot. But you can see that I'm not using a lot. But what I am doing is I am rubbing it in the places to be able to get the highs. So you can see how it starts to define and bring out all of the details in that mold. And you can use as much or as little as you choose. And for this, I would also want to just kind of go around the upper and lower rim of my napkin ring holder, just to tie that base in also, so we get a little bit of that gold going. So I use one finger to put it on, and you can see that I'm wiping away a little bit with the other finger just to soften it where I've gotten a little bit too much. But there we go with him. And he looks great. Now, what I did think is I may add even more to him. Look at how beautiful that is. I'm just going to add a little touch of silver because I can't stop myself. Just, you know. And not as much as I did the gold. I'm just doing little highlights here and there. Kind of brought out his mustache a little bit and maybe his buttons, like the placket of his jacket and that sort of thing. So the little knees, the little stand. And I think that's good. Okay, cool. All right, for this guy. He's very bright copper. Now maybe that's perfect for you. I'm looking to dull him down a little bit. So I have some turquoise wax. So this is Shipwrecked by DIY. I have some dark brown wax from Annie Sloan, which again, I bought this big container and I've had it for 8 years so far. And I use dark wax quite often. So it gives you an idea of how long it really does last. So what I'm looking at doing is putting that turquoise wax. And the turquoise just works so well with the copper because it kind of starts to give it a bit of a verdigris kind of look. So I'm just putting this lightly all over. I'm going to take I was going to say clean cloth, but relatively clean lint-free rag. And just wipe this back a little bit. So you can see already that that's kind of sitting down in some of those lows. So I want to add it a little bit more to some of those creases. Lovely. And then I'm going to take my dark wax and I'm going to just brush it on some of those open, smooth sections, just to kind of almost burnish it a little bit, right? Age it down just a little bit. And in particular, the holder, because it's just looking a little too bright and shiny for me. You do you. You like the bright shiny, go for it. But I'm just dulling it down slightly because this is a really smooth, slick surface. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit before I wipe it back, just so that it begins to dry a little. If I wiped it right now on the slick surface, I would tend to wipe most of it away. But I'm liking that little bit of the aging in combination with the turquoise. And there you have it. These are our 3 different looks. Look at him. Look at the purple. Oh, you can really see it from a distance now, can't you? That little bit of silver, I think, set it off nicely. And then this is just kind of a nice, soft, elegant kind of look. Super cute, easy to do, right? Nothing hard about this. And I think that's the beauty sometimes of some holiday crafts, is you don't have time always to make everything super complicated. But I think this is an awesome, cute idea to be able to just kind of gussy up your holiday table, whatever holiday it happens to be. I'm doing Christmas, but you could do this for any theme party whatsoever. Special birthdays, you know, Easter, Halloween, anything, whatever you're happy to celebrate. Let me know what you think of this one. Looking forward, as always, to hearing your comments, and definitely looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.